You know what's banned in America? A chocolate egg. Yes, seriously, not fake news, not some local ordinance. A candy. What's even crazier? The reason has nothing to do with flavor, price, or chocolate quality. So buckle up, today on Unpacking America, we are unlocking the odd story behind why Kinder Surprise and, by extension, Kinder Joy ran into US law's dead zone. We'll dig into an almost century-old law, public health arguments, real border seizures, and the twisted dance between consumer joy and government protection. But first, you'll learn why surprise inside candy is apparently a felony in the US. Okay, let's not exaggerate, but banned. This is going to be fun. Let's go. Chapter 1: The Common Belief and Why It's Wrong. People always assume they banned Kinder because of choking hazards. That's true, partially, but the real reason is more legalistic, more bureaucratic, and more unyielding. Common belief: the toy inside could choke a child. Flip it. The US doesn't just ban dangerous candies. It bans candies with non-nutritive objects embedded inside them as a rule. Let me explain. The 1938 Food, Drug, and Cosmetic Act was passed to regulate food purity, safety, labeling. Under that law, anything that is a confectionery having embedded in it any non-nutritive object is considered an adulterated food. That makes it illegal to sell. So if your candy has a toy inside it not just attached, that's it, game over. Kinder Surprise, with its toy capsule inside the chocolate egg, fails that test. By contrast, other candies that attach things external or include stickers or wrappers can often skirt this. That's why the US isn't randomly banning all toy chocolates, only ones that violate this structure. Chapter 2: The Safety Choking Argument. Real or overblown? Yes, the US regulators do cite choking risk. After all, plastic toy bits are not meant to be consumed. In 2006, the CPSC issued warnings that these chocolate eggs with embedded toy capsules pose choking, aspiration hazards for young children. But here's where nuance enters. These incidents are very rare. Ferrero sells over 1 billion Kinder eggs globally. Deaths: a few isolated cases over decades. Compare that to choking incidents from grapes, nuts, or even hot dogs. Those happen more often than the Kinder toy catastrophes. Thus, critics argue, why single out this candy? And you're not wrong. This is where policy becomes paternalism. The Kinder Joy trick. Okay, so does that mean Americans can't enjoy any Kinder chocolate with a toy? Actually, Kinder Joy exists and is legal in the US. Ferrero circumvented the ban cleverly. Instead of embedding the toy inside the chocolate, Kinder Joy splits the package into two halves. One holds the edible creamy chocolate, the other holds the toy in a sealed section. That way, there is no embedded non-nutritive object inside the food itself. This aligns with US regulation. They engineered around the rule. So the ban isn't on Kinder as a brand, it's on that specific structure of surprise. Chapter 3: Border Seizures and Import Alerts. Real people, real eggs seized. This isn't theoretical. The US Customs and Border Protection (CBP) actively seizes Kinder Surprise eggs from travelers and mail. Story time: in 2011, a woman from Manitoba tried bringing a Kinder Surprise egg into Minnesota, got it confiscated, threatened with a $300 fine. In 2012, two men returning from Vancouver had 6 eggs, were detained for hours, told fines could be $2,500 per egg. In 2015 alone, CBP seized 30,000 Kinder eggs. So yes, even though kids elsewhere enjoy them, Americans risk confiscation. Chapter 4: Why not just change the law? Politics, regulation, and inertia. If the ban is old, can't the US Congress or FDA amend it? Sure, but they haven't. Why? Because once a rule is in place, changing it involves big machinery, lobbying, risk assessment, political will. Also, it's not front-page news. Who campaigns for let Americans buy eggs with toys inside? Regulators tend to err on caution rather than risk. Also, shifting regulatory stance could demand retesting, liability analysis, consumer safety reviews. Another subtle point: the law doesn't just protect kids, it prevents all candy with embedded non-food objects, even for adults. That's strict. Thus, the ban persists by inertia, regulatory conservatism, and risk aversion. Chapter 5: What does this ban tell us about US regulation culture? This case is a small window into a larger issue: How the US treats food, safety, and paternalism. The over-precision of regulation. Banning a candy because of structural toy placement, even though risk is low. The consumer trust versus government control tension. Are we safe or are we infantilized? The inequality in regulation awareness. People in other countries enjoy harmless surprises. Americans often don't even know the reason. Wide analogies. It's like banning sandwiches with toothpicks stuck inside, absurd, but structurally similar. Or outlawing cheeseburgers with sesame seeds on the bun because a seed could choke someone? Yes, exaggeration, but the structure is analogous. If you accept that children choke on grapes and peanuts, you might question why Kinder Surprise gets singled out. So, point 1. The real ban is legal, a 1938 anti-adulteration rule. Point 2. The choking argument is real but minimal in cases. Point 3. Ferrero's workaround Kinder Joy shows the law's narrowness. Point 4. The ban still stands due to regulation inertia and risk aversion. Point 5. The case reveals deeper US culture about safety, regulation, and consumer freedom. Maybe the wildest part, Americans can enjoy almost all candy, just not this structurally specific chocolate toy hybrid. Let's wrap it up. America didn't ban Kinder Surprise because it's toxic, or because Ferrero is evil, or even because kids can't differentiate chocolate from plastic, though that's the literal wording. It's because one law, passed nearly a century ago, said no candy can have a toy inside it, period. People say choking risk, and yes, regulators cite it. But when you see how many billions of eggs got sold globally with few incidents, it drives you to question how we pick what to ban. Ferrero's workaround in Kinder Joy is proof that rules can be clever, but also that regulation often fails to keep pace with consumer culture. This is a candy story, yes, but it's also a story about law, power, risk, and everyday absurdity. If this made you rethink your next chocolate purchase, or wonder what other seemingly harmless products are banned by weird rules, let me know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss our next weird US law episode. Thanks for watching Unpacking America. Until next time, keep questioning the rules. Sometimes candy holds deeper surprises than the toy inside.